sound. And it's too loud. We're live now. We're live now. Can you guys hear me? I'm sure you can.
I'm here.
Uh, one, two, ready, and
Yo, 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 yo! What up, man? Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz. That's right, Bartok from Superman. We're chilling out with the troops. Zodiac today, special edition. We have our baseball analyst, our main man out of Knoxville. We got Ryan. What up, dog?
What's up? Let's go Stros, baby!
I like that representation, man. Glad to have you on again.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
We have our fearless host, Danny BMD. Me, of course, your amateur hype man, super fan art. We're talking a lot of sports, and we're watching a lot of sports, South Texas style.
woo!
Let's get into it, Dan. What up, dude, bro?
Yo. There we go. And yo. Welcome to Mezzo Forte Sportz. Coming to you live, San Antonio, Texas, to your ears. Providing some sports time for your free time. What up, this is your host, Danny BMD. How's everyone doing today? And how did your team do this week? Alright, guys, go ahead and let's welcome everyone to a very special edition today of Mezzo Forte Sportz World Series Edition. So, obviously, we have a lot of things going on in the world of sports. We have Ryan here today, so you guys know what we're definitely going to talk about. And yeah, all day. And definitely, we're as we kind of continue with the game. Oh, my bad. We'll definitely have see if we have any chat coming in, have any questions. We'll be going live with as the game goes on. Technically we can talk about it. I already read it, so you can actually talk about it right after it happens. Boom, got him. So whoever has the fastest stream, apparently Ryan does.
Yeah, still don't say shit, but we could read your reactions.
Yeah.
No,
So, but
I'll try to
anyways,
keep it as minimum as possible.
but
That's hard.
but anyways, all right, guys. Well, either way, thank you so much for listening to us today. I know we have obviously, like I said, Ryan Super Fan Art here. We'll talk a lot about a World Series as we continue on with Mezzo Forte Sportz. We're also going to talk a little bit of some NFL recap for the week. What up? I know you guys had a team that, either won, lost, or somewhere up in the above. If not, I know you play fantasy, so I know you saw the games anyway. So we're going to talk a little bit about the good, bad, and the ugly with that. Talk some basketball, just like have some news around the rim, talk around the rim. I'll go ahead and have Art kind of initiate that as we continue as we go on with that segment. And then we're gonna just finish it off with some good old great iron news for some NFL. We'll go a little bit more in depth with that. Some NCAA football, and what else, Art?
I guess put a little McNugget of some hockey
Nice.
news. But no, definitely the major sports. I was gonna try to write some notes about Formula One because I know Austin was host this past weekend to a one of the championship races. Uh, I'm not sure who the name of the driver was, but he was driving for Red Bull. Red
Oh,
Bull got
okay.
first place. The driver for Mercedes, he got second, but it was very close. It was like less than like I don't know how many percent of a second in between both racers. So it really came down to the wire. And
Nice.
any folks out there, or friends, who went to that Austin race for that Formula One, I'm sure they got their money's worth and then some. Uh, but yeah, we're not just about major sports. We do talk about UFC and boxing and Formula One and soccer. We got to get more into soccer in the future, man. Uh, talk about let's see, it was Barcelona and wasn't it Real Madrid
I
that played not too
know.
long ago?
Ooh,
Yeah, they're
there
playing
you
the
go. That's a good
Clasico.
one.
Yeah, Real Madrid won. I don't want to talk about it, but yes.
All right. And as always, since it was a very important game one, the
No.
Astros Braves. That's if you see any of us and our eyes are shifting elsewhere, we're watching the game on our respective platforms.
Very
Uh,
closely.
we won't say the score, but you could tell from our voices. And no, it's not after dark yet, but we're going to be doing a lot of cussing regardless on on behalf of this special episode of this game. So yes, we will cuss. I'm already drinking some Carbox to try to help I don't know, the help send a message through the universe to get our bats going because
We're gonna just bring it out, send it into
we gotta
the
get some
universe.
runs in. Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ryan, it's good to have you back, man. It's been a while. I know you've been itching to get back to talk more baseball and sports in general.
Yeah.
How have you been of late?
Oh man, it's been great. I've been kind of just hunkering down, watching all these baseball games. This, all the series, the NLCS, the AL, the AL,
Yeah,
CS,
very
they've all been
entertaining.
amazing games. Uh, so glad the Dodgers are out of it. Thank you, baseball gods.
There you go.
They were a little bit shorthanded, but you got your
Yep.
wish.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to see people get injured, but I did like the bats flying for the Braves. Not so much tonight.
No. Welcome tonight.
Yeah. But yeah, no, glad to be back, guys. Appreciate it.
All right, guys.
Awesome.
So we'll
Wait, Danny,
Oh,
one
what?
more thing.
All right, go for
Well,
it. Go for
first,
it.
shout out. I don't know if he's watching or not to one of our great and closest friends out there. I know he was part of our show. Our great one of our best friends, Evan Cox out there.
Nice.
Shout out. It's currently our boy's birthday. He's celebrating with some friends.
Oh,
Nice.
We did celebrate with him all
Happy
this
birthday,
weekend.
Crack AV.
The Crack AV. He was one of our.
All right, you guys ready? And yeah, happy birthday.
happy birthday.
Shout out to the devil dog himself. I'll throw that pitch later. But no, definitely. If you're watching, Evan, I love you. Happy birthday. Can't wait to chill with you again, drink some more beers, and just go through this thing called life.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah. Anything else you want to add, Danny? You've been doing all right yourself, man?
Yeah, I've been doing good. Just working, just kind of pushing Mezzo Forte Sportz a little bit further. And we'll get into that a little bit more later. But as our kind of our fan base starts getting a little bit bigger, we start getting a bit more of a structured show. We want to get onto more platforms. We want to be heard a little bit more as well, just like by different people, right? Not everyone listens to on YouTube. Get some people on Spotify and stuff like that. So we're gonna start working a little bit more on expanding the Mezzo Forte Sportz brand.
OnlyFans, Bumble,
The whole thing. Hey, swipe right, dude. Calm down.
Gruden's
Hey,
Grinder.
give me a super swipe. Anyways,
And
But,
when you mean make our
we
fan
don't
base
have any-
bigger, we don't mean in numbers. We want you to literally get bigger.
like
Start
literally,
eating
like
more for the
start,
holidays.
yeah, boom.
Just,
Get them tamales
Like
going.
O line, big.
We'd like our fans
Let's fill out the
bigger.
entire screen, just do you guys have any obscure social media platforms? Just put them in the comments.
Yeah, just put them, dude. Got them right there.
But no, yes. No, shout out to all the fans out there watching. Send us a like, subscribe. If you want to comment real time, we'll try to answer you real time. If you want to hate us real time, we'll try to ignore you real time. No, definitely thank you for your continued support. We're glad to be entertaining and providing some sports info for your free time. But we have a lot to talk about. Danny, anything else you want to add before we get into this?
No, just want to give a quick shout out to Natalia Herrera. She is on. She's one of our partners, affiliates from SCEP, Students of Cleaner Earth Project. So check it out. I believe their site is up. If not, I'll definitely post it up. But yeah, I just Google it. Students for a Cleaner Earth Project. It's actually really, really awesome. Nonprofit that did originate here in Texas. Just go on there, talk a little bit more about it. As we continue on, we'll get more networked into that. But just a quick shout out. Thank you, Natalia, for getting on, and just just thank you so much everyone for listening today. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. Boom. Into our diamond talk. Obviously, we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot going on. It is October. You know, it is towards the end of October, actually. So it's crazier upon craziness. Um, I don't even know who wants to talk first, honestly, because I kind of want to hear both of you.
That's fun. I'll just set up a little bit of context and then we'll get into it. So yes, we are finally in the World Series, game one of the World Series. We've waited 160 plus games since opening day. We've been waiting to see who's the last two teams standing, and we finally got them in our Houston Astros and the Atlanta Braves. I know some of us personally are Astros fans. I know, Brian, you are. You're already wearing the attire.
Oh, yeah.
We got our ex-producer Juan and our other friend Coach Losco. I'm sure they're Braves fans, so they're kind of like we're a little bit bad blood right now. That's good. We'll make fun
Friendly,
of them.
friendly bad blood.
It's friendly bad blood. So how did we get here? Well, there was their respective championship conferences. You had the Astros finally close out with the Red Sox, and not pivotal game 5, but it was game 6, right?
Yeah.
It was game 6. That was, I believe, Friday that they closed it out. Yes.
Yeah.
It was Friday. We went afterwards to celebrate. We were going to celebrate even if they lost, but we had something to drink. No, it was definitely a well-deserved victory. It was at home in front of the home crowd, champagne in the locker rooms and everything. I think the MVP was it Correa?
Yeah.
I believe it was, yeah.
Okay, he was awarded MVP, well deserved. So after that celebrating, we had to look on the other side. Who were they going to face? All signs looked like the Braves. Most of the momentum in that series, the Braves versus the Dodgers, like the shorthanded Dodgers. But no, definitely one of the heroes and well-deserved MVP, Eddie Rosario. He definitely gave him new life in that series. So one of the guys we got to look out for now that we're in Game 1 of the World Series. So it's a best-of-7 formatting. The schedule goes as follows. Today's Game 1. Game 2 will follow tomorrow. Probably more or less around the same time, I believe. And then the break. And we resume play on Friday. I think that's when they switch venues back. They go to Atlanta. So Friday, Saturday is games 3 and 4. Mm-hmm. If necessary, game 5 can be played Sunday. And the 6th would be Tuesday, which would be already in November, the 2nd. And then if the gods will it, the baseball gods say they need a game 7, well, that would be on Wednesday, November the 3rd. I'm kind of, obviously biased. I want the Astros to sweep. But no, I've been talking over these past weeks about a legendary sports convergence that we said when all major American sports go together on the same day, the planets align. That could technically be this Sunday, because if they pushed it to Game 5, baseball. There's obviously got the pro football. There's bound to be a basketball game or two, hockey, baseball. Am I missing anything? Maybe there's MLS.
I would say there probably will be.
NHL and maybe MLS. You have every major sports franchise with sports playing within that same Sunday. That could happen, but as a Spurs Astros fan, we don't want that. We want to finish without even going to a Game 5.
Yeah, but realistically,
Hey now.
So, as I mentioned, we are set already. The American League champion Houston Astros making their 3rd Fall Classic appearance within these past 5 years, facing the National League champion Braves, who just won their first pennant back, they've won the pennant. The last time they did it was back in 1999. So it's been a while, a long ass while. So who's going to win it all? How many games are going to take? Who might be named MVP? Which player or players are going to have that breakout performance that'll make them household names, given that legendary status. And what's the one thing that'll make a difference between winning that ring or going home empty-handed? So just a little context in this game. I know it's already began. In the opener, Houston, I think they believe they started Framber Valdez against
Yep.
the Braves. Valdez, he's 27. He did come off his best start of any of the pitchers this postseason after going 8 innings, giving up just 1 run against the Red Sox. That was back in Game 5 over there in Fenway Park. Yeah, say it like that. He'll be opposed by the Braves' right-hander Charlie Morton. Now, obviously, since this game is already we're in the fourth inning, there's been some pitching changes since. In fact, I'll just skip all the other things I was going to say because we're currently already going live. Uh, what? Okay, just one last thing: injuries. I know we're going to miss. Houston's going to miss McCullers, Lance McCullers, one of their ace pitchers. I'm not sure what the injury was per se, but he would be out for at least 3 to 4 more weeks.
Yeah,
So
last time I heard it was forearm swelling. It's a it's a new one for me, but apparently it is
I was
something
like,
happened
I'm
to
like,
it.
what is that?
okay,
His
It
arm just
says
started getting swollen, and
McCullers left Game 4 of the ALDS against the White Sox with a forearm tightness and missed the ALCS against Boston Red Sox, but remained hopeful he might return for the Fall Classic. He gave himself about a 1% chance, but doctors told him he needed 6 to 8 weeks before picking up a baseball. Currently, it's only been 3 weeks.
Yeah, damn.
And
Pobrecito.
they sorely need him. Like we were struggling in that series with Boston for a while, just trying to get that correct rotation of that bullpen. We're just burning through pitchers like every other 2 innings, it would seem. Um, but now let's get our baseball analyst Ryan. What were some things that you liked when they were liked, and things that you hated when they were in that Red Sox series? And going forward in this series, what do you think are some keys to victory for our boys in Houston?
well, like you said, the starting pitching has not been strong at all. During the Red Sox games, there was one, maybe 2 games where the starting pitcher went past 3 innings, um, which is really bad. The entire season, the Astros pitching has been spot on. They've been dominating. Of course, they had their bats to back them up.
Mm-hmm.
Took advantage of it early. Um, the first few games that the Red Sox are playing, they were awake. They wanted it more, in my opinion. Um,
Damn.
hard to say that as an Astros fan, but I had to say it. You know, they, they're putting up 9+ runs in their games. Doing 5-run innings, 6-run innings.
Yeah, it's pretty like almost video game scoring.
Yeah, it was crazy. But I think what really helped the Astros was that their hitting was also consistent all the way through. Um, it was hard to see the pitching just get dominated, and it kind of looks like it's happening in this game as well. And that's something that we knew going into it. All the Astros fans were like, "Why don't we invest more into pitching?" Our starting pitchers, Verlander, who is the ace in the hole, has been out for what 2 seasons now.
Yeah, seems to
So
be.
now we lost McCullers. Framber Valdez, who has been pretty much lights out all season. He's struggling.
It is one of the biggest stages you can get in a baseball player's career.
It is. But saying all that, our defense has been great. The fielding has been great. Our catcher, oh my gosh, he's been making some pivotal plays in the series. Our bullpen has been really strong, and minus 1 or 2 games, but for the most part they've been really strong. Yeah, I mean they stuck with it. They had a game plan. Dusty Baker, you gotta admit the guy's a legendary coach, and he stuck to his gut, and it worked out.
Oh, his instincts proved his managerial skills. He got rewarded. Obviously, they're in the biggest stage right now. No doubt through his genius. Um, Now, I did notice some of the analysts out there going into this game were like, well, the Astros, they have not really been in those close pressured games where it's like maybe 2 runs or less kind of, try to race to the finish. It's always been a blowout game.
Hmm.
With that Boston series, they either win by a lot or they lose by a lot. It hasn't
Yep.
been like close. Whereas, Atlanta, they were just clawing each other every inning in that battle when they were doing with the Dodgers. It was almost like a boxing match. One would
Yep.
give the punch, and then there's the other guy trying for the knockout punch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
No, that it was yeah. Every Braves game, it was back and forth the entire way, um, which I kind of see that as a good sign, um, because first off, they're having to play hard every single game. Um, you can only do that for so long. You're really deep in the season now. You have your pitching is just going hard every game, and um, yeah, I think that that could benefit for the Astros if they really take advantage of it. But the Braves are also a pretty young team. Um, they're all fast. They have great defense, great bats. So we'll see what
now,
happens.
now, speaking of great bat, their MVP, Rosario,
Mhm.
obviously one of their better bats. Obviously, I think he even almost had like a cycle not that long ago,
Yeah,
and where he almost got the. He was just a double. He was one double away from a cycle,
right, right.
which you need a single, double, triple, and a home run, and that's what a cycle is. Very rare in baseball
Yeah,
that ever happens. He almost accomplished that. Nonetheless, he's always he always gets a base run or he always gets a run in or he's on base. Uh, what we think would be the proper strategy for our bullpen to handle him, because obviously he's one of their better weapons on their offense for the Braves.
yeah. No, he's dangerous.
Intentional
He
walk, perhaps.
no, because everyone around him is also just as dangerous. I think his weak spot though is just above mid inside. So a little high inside, but not all the way high inside because he could really turn on the high balls. Uh, but for the most part, he's been striking out in that area, very small area. But if you can get our pitchers to hit that, then just kind of like how Altuve is, Altuve anything middle of the plate and inside, he's cranking them all day long. But gets to the outside of the plate, and that's his weakness, and he will chase it every time. No matter how much you yell at the TV, he'll chase it.
Yeah, he's just. I know he's got that special eye that he can. He's never get his eye off the ball, man.
Nope, he really can't. He,
Or wherever his bat needs to be, he'll make sure it's at that place.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. We got it. We got to talk about Tucker. Oh my gosh, this kid
yes.
is blowing up. It's unbelievable.
Go
He
ahead.
had- yeah, no, he's hitting. He's doing all the clutch hits. This guy, surprised he didn't get the MVP for that. He's been doing, you know, such a great job defensively, offensively. Um, you know, I
Kind of
wish
like
his
a
little
rising star, so to speak. Should
definitely.
be more of a household name.
Well,
At the end of this series, he will be for sure.
I mean,
Um,
it's like they say, like normally, like in sports, it's usually like in the playoffs. Like, yeah, you can be a good player in the
mhm.
season, maybe a very good player, but in the playoffs, dude, that's where you become not you don't become a star, dude. That's where you become a legend. Ah,
Yeah.
nah. No, but it's true. It's true. Cause like, oh, look at this dude out of nowhere or whatever became the hero. Well, yeah, like, cause you had to step it up or whatever. Like you said, I don't really know much about baseball or whatever, but I know that in every sport, like it's the playoffs. Like if you go
Yeah,
clutch in the playoffs, like that's it. You're cemented. You know, you just
yeah,
need to
definitely.
be able to do it.
Yeah, he's putting up the saves on defense.
Mm-hmm.
He's hitting great. The team's kind of rallying behind him a lot, which is, you know, you wouldn't have expected that. You expect Altuve, Correa. Um,
But you're saying Tucker has been a catalyst to like bring some energy up in that in that dugout.
Definitely, definitely. Anytime the team was down and just kind of almost looked like they were giving up, he would get a hit and kind of bring it back into the game. So he's definitely gonna be the guy to watch out for this series.
Nice. I like that tech. Tucker, don't sleep on Tucker. I
Yeah.
mean, in this main cast of stars and villains, he's a rising star out there with our Houston Astros. Um, I was gonna just add on. I know maybe there'll probably be some changes after today, but it was reported that for Game Two, which is Wednesday, uh, that for Houston they might start Jose Urquidy. I don't know if I said that correct. He'll be the starter
Urquidy,
for
yeah.
he'll be the starter for Game Two.
Hmm.
Garcia's scheduled to start Game Three for the Astros when they ship to Atlanta on Friday. I think
Okay.
when Garcia he just gave up one hit in 5 2/3 innings in a 5-0 victory against Boston. That is back in Game Six of that American League Championship Series. Um,
Sorry.
that helped clinch the pennant. No, I like your enthusiasm. Um,
Wait,
shifted to the
why did the siren go off?
That was Tucker. He's did it again.
it's your boy
Oh,
right
sorry.
on cue.
My bad.
Yeah,
I don't
right
know.
on cue.
Some siren went off. My bad. My bad. Go for it.
Right on cue. Tucker, he making some things happen right now when we need it the most.
Mhm.
But I mean, as biased as we are for Houston, we do got to talk a little bit about the Braves. So what's up with the Braves? Well, they
October.
the Braves they added right-hander called Wright and outfield / pinch runner Terrence Gore to the roster ahead of Tuesday night's game, and right-hander Jacob Webb and infielder Jonathan Garmargo. They were dropped. So Wright he has not made a major league appearance since June of 23rd. The 26-year-old last pitched on October 2nd, throwing 7 shutout innings for his AAA Gwinnett against Jacksonville. He was 0-1 with a 9.95 ERA in his two big league games this year. Um, but I don't know. He's probably already out. He's already out with some other pitcher replacing him. Infielder Marwin Gonzalez. He was added to Houston's roster. Outfielder Jake Myers was dropped. In addition, Dusty Baker named rookie right-hander Luis Garcia starter for Game 3. I think I mentioned that. He was a member of Houston's 2017 World Series winning run. He has not played since the final game of the regular season back in October 3rd. He hit .176 with 34 at bats after the Astros signed him in August, following his release from, coincidentally, Boston. So it's good to see a familiar face.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
mean,
know. I
he's
know.
not
Houston's
Tucker,
been
but
wanting him back.
Houston got him back. They got him
Yep.
back.
No, yeah. Let's talk Braves. Braves have been. I mean, they're here. You know.
They're here for a
They've
reason.
been great.
Uh,
Their star that they didn't expect to be so big, Ozzy Albies. Man, that guy, he's fast. He's good. He's got defense. He's got speed.
Has he got stolen bases?
He stole the first base of the World Series. He gave the nation a taco. There you go.
There you go, man. I mean, there's some
Can't
positive
hate
that
him
come
for
out of
that,
this
right?
game. The millions of
Round of
people
applause. Round of
they
applause.
talk
Yeah, he got a base hit first inning, stole a base first inning. So U.S. gets a taco and don't know when. I think what Tuesday maybe I can't remember.
Wait. For what? How does that work?
So Taco Bell
The,
is doing a
yeah,
thing,
go ahead.
If a player steals a base, it's called
Sure.
steal a base, steal a taco.
Nice.
Yep.
If player steals a base, then somebody they give a free taco to everybody.
Only during the World Series.
Wait, who?
Everybody in America.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody in
Any
America gets a free
any
taco
player
from
from any
Taco Bell.
team steals any base at any time during the World Series. America gets a free plain ass half a spoon of ground beef taco, mostly lettuce, but still it's free.
Some
Probably not even-
fajitas, maybe.
No.
No, it's
It's
that
Taco Bell.
mystery,
Come on.
that mystery meat
Ah.
ground beef. I don't even know if it's like a Doritos Locos taco. It's probably the plain one, but it's free, so that's good, man. No, I mean, none of the other fast food chains had the balls to do something like that.
That's true.
Like
true.
I don't know, like Dairy Queen, give me a blizzard for every moonshot or something.
Like, oh dang, that would be crazy. That would actually be kind of cool.
I can't
Or
remember
it's
what
or
the Moonshot charity is. I can't remember what it is. It's a
I'm
good.
sure it is a charity, yeah.
It is.
Or
Yeah.
each time like there's a hit by pitch, I don't know, you get a Whopper.
Oh,
That'd be messed up though.
Yeah, for real.
Who am I gonna hit to give America that Whopper? Without cheese,
forgot
Mike.
about it.
No
Yeah.
cheese on that Whopper.
like,
Let's see. Who else in the Braves? We got,
just start pointing at people like,
yeah, Jack Peterson.
who wants
Yeah,
some
just-
Burger King?
His
Number
infamous
one Whopper.
pearls, right? Yeah, right. Yeah, Jack Peterson and his pearls.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was wondering what the whole story was behind the pearls. I don't know what this backstory is behind that. Because most baseball players have like a gold or silver chain. This guy has
So,
pearls. It's
Initially,
classy.
when I saw him play with the pearls, he
America.
probably just played it off. He was just like, "Yeah, everybody's got chains, or whatever. These are real pearls. Like, they're still badass, you know." So,
He made it work.
yeah, can't hate him for it. I mean, doing the Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I mean, it's the big thing. You see all the Braves fans in their own ballpark. They're sporting them pearls, cheap
Oh,
ass
yeah.
pearls, but it's
Hey,
pearls nonetheless.
it's almost like a Mardi Gras over there in Atlanta.
It says speak. Yeah, it's like a Mardi
For
Gras.
real, for real.
I know they got one of Danny's favorite players over there. They got Will Smith, right? They got a Will Smith of their own.
The pitcher. Yep.
Yeah.
Not the actor. He's the pitcher.
I love when he says that. Will Smith, not the actor. Okay, bro.
That's because it was the Dodgers. It was the Dodgers series, and they had their
Dodger
own
Will
Will
Smith.
Smith.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
And then you had Will Smith pitching to Will Smith at one point.
he's been doing pretty good.
Will Smith, not the actor. Pitches to Will Smith, not the actor.
And he hits him.
Will Smith's been
Oh,
hitting his
yeah,
marks, so I'll give him that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
he's doing pretty good. So he'll definitely be, if not a late reliever, if he'll either be a closer or a late reliever. But yeah, no, he's doing pretty good. I'm not really sure about the Braves pitching. Haven't really been impressed by it.
Damn.
Well, obviously not, because they have to eke their way through each of their games with the Dodgers.
Yeah, so this series isn't going to be defined on pitching at all. I don't think
Dang.
it's going to be
nice.
defense and hitting.
So, one of the questions that are on the chat, it's like, what are some things each team needs to do to be able to win out and win the series?
Astros can't beat up on themselves.
Okay,
You saw that
that's
pretty
one.
defined in the Red Sox series. They get behind and the morale wasn't there. And then the fans weren't even backing them up. We talked about this when I first got on about how pivotal these fans are during the postseason, which is nice because now the Astros fans are getting almost as loud as everybody else, but like I said before, the ALCS, that the two out walk, the Devils walk turns into a rally, and we saw it early in this game already. So I'm gonna stick with that 2 out walk. Is gonna be can't be doing that.
Dang.
I think Dusty Baker needs to chill out on the shifting, the infield shifting.
Oh, calling out the manager, huh?
That's a hot take. I'll give it.
Dang. Do it again. Say it again. What's a hot take?
Yeah.
What's a
Dusty
give
Baker
me
needs to
that.
chill out the
Give me a
shift,
siren. Give me a
okay?
siren. Give me a siren. Yeah, right here. Give me a siren.
Yeah.
All right, give me some hot take over here.
Well,
Ryan.
this just in. Dusty Baker says, Ryan, stay in your lane, Ryan.
Yeah, I think Dusty Baker needs to chill on the shifts.
Damn.
As far as the Braves go, their outfield needs to kind of come in more of a clutch. So we'll see what happens. If their outfield could put in some good defense, then I think they'll go long haul on the series.
Talk to me, Art. What do each team need?
Oh well, I think each team needs to score more than the other guys. That's what I think.
I mean, yeah, normally,
That's a given.
normally that's yeah. But
No, I
how do
think
they get to score more than the other one, more than the other team? What strategy would each team use to get to that point?
uh
Boom, got him.
right.
Well,
Well, no, go ahead, Ryan. You could take the lead on this one.
I would say both teams are really good at playing small ball. Um, so
So small.
if they can utilize a small ball, um, instead of just going for the fences, if they can get the runners on the plates, that's when you start getting into the strategy.
Yes, work the infield more.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need to get out the park. Just get them base runs.
Mhm.
Just do it like a line drive. Past first base. Hey, that's like a in the park. Like you could be on second base. I think
Yeah.
that's two run, not two run single. My baseball terminology is a little rusty. Um, when you get on second base, what is it called? In the park,
Double.
in the park double. Yes, that makes sense. In the park double. Awesome. Um, I think the Braves are going to try to take advantage of the kind of shoddy bullpen of the Astros. The Astros, what do they need? Well, they need to take advantage of, their star hitters need to. I mean, I'm not saying we need grand slams or anything, but it was evident with the Red Sox. Uh, you win by the bat or you lose by the bat. We were blown out or we blew them out. No pun intended. With the Red Sox. Uh, so yeah, if small ball is the way to go, I think Ryan agrees. That's how both teams play to their advantage. Uh, I mean, by all means, maybe you don't need to get it out of the park. Uh, don't get me wrong, at Minute Maid, when it goes out of the park and you get that nice little train in the background and the fireworks and all the noise, it's cool. Uh, but maybe we don't need heroes. We need ball players. Uh, just to get men on base. Start getting more men on base. Hell, maybe even steal a base or two if it's feasible.
There we go. Cheers.
I'm just rambling on.
Preach.
I'm rambling on.
What do you think, Ryan? Is that any
Yeah.
last words?
I think these first two games are really gonna set the pace for the rest of the series. Um, I guess that's kind of an easy thing to say, but you see the Braves are coming out, just bat swinging, playing really aggressive, and that's going to be their strategy. They got to get one win on the road. That way they can get that home field advantage.
Yeah.
There is one really cool thing about this series. The head coach of the Braves is the father of the batting coach for the Astros.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. So there's some family divided going on.
Man,
over
that's
there.
kind of random. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Dang.
Nice. And then whatever they're gonna like fucking eat steak and drink after the game, regardless.
Mm.
So, yeah.
No, that's good. Family rivalry. Damn. Meet your own father, man. Damn.
That's the crazy part. It's like, oh, you got the offensive coach, the batting coach going.
Well, come this Thanksgiving, one of those two is gonna have a big fat championship ring to
Oh yeah.
carve the turkey with.
I'll
Oh,
lie.
yeah.
I'll lie. Dang, it's crazy. All right, guys. So here we go. We're here with Mezzo Forte Sportz. You guys tuning in. We're doing some Diamond Talk with Superfan Art and Ryan. So just as we kind of finish off our Diamond Talk, anything else you guys want to just kind of elaborate right before we go out?
Just to reiterate, game two is going to be tomorrow, also in Houston. If you're in the Houston area or even going to the game, definitely show your support. Our boys need it. No game. Yeah, we'll have the results. Tomorrow's game, we'll have the results on Thursday when we come back on the air. Uh, Other than that, we're currently still we're in the fifth inning of this game. Astros need a little bit of a boost. Maybe your Ryan's boy Tucker can help provide it. Anything else you want to add in closing, Ryan?
No, let's go Stros. You know, Houston's got to back him up, and I'm excited to see what the games are going to be like in Atlanta. I think there's going to be some exciting games because um, those fans have been amazing over there. You can't even hate on them. They're completely in it. They're choreographed and
No, thanks.
That
it's awesome.
outdated
Yeah.
tomahawk chop.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's
screw
intense.
Atlanta. You know why? Because the Georgia Bulldogs in their state, and they're number one in college football. So they already got something to cheer about. Let
Yeah,
Houston have this. They need
They're more of a
this.
football state.
After-
Exactly.
College football.
After the Houston Texans and the Houston Rockets, Houston needs this. Give it to us.
We need it.
Fuck. No, much respect, Atlanta, but I'm gonna be hating on y'all for now. But yes, game 2 tomorrow.
Let's
All
go
right,
for it.
guys. So we're going to move on right into we'll do basketball, I guess.
You want to just skip hockey altogether, or I mean, we could go basketball and then the footballs, and
Yeah.
then if we have time, I could do hockey.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. All right, cool.
Bitchin'.
All right, I'll have you start.
All
Superfan
right,
Art?
basketball. Super fan. We got basketball currently going on this evening. A few games to watch currently. You got the Sixers and the Knicks in a good old-fashioned rivalry there. The Warriors trying to pull their stuff over there with the Oklahoma City Thunder and their young roster. You got a battle here in the Lone Star State. You got the Rockets at the Mavericks.
Ooh.
Currently in SA as we speak, you got the Hollywood Lakers at the Spurs. I don't know if LeBron's playing or not. Who cares? And you got the McNuggets in a very nice, evenly matchup with the Jazz. A matchup that most would think could be a preview of things to come in the postseason for later on, assuming both teams are healthy or not. Lakers Spurs. Currently, it's at the end of the third. That's a very promising score for our Spurs. We'll get into that. So there's just about 3 headlines I wanted to discuss, and then we'll do a round table or whatnot. So, again, a team that's surprising most people currently is the Chicago Bulls. The Bulls are off to their franchise's best start since the 1996-97 season. They improved to 4-0 on Monday night with their 111-108 victory against the Toronto Raptors, making Chicago the last remaining unbeaten team in the Eastern Conference. After overhauling their roster in free agency, the Bulls are already reaping some of the benefits from some of their biggest offseason additions. I think Lonzo Ball, he knocked down about 5 3-pointers for 15 points, 5 assists. Alex Caruso, the legend himself, he added 8 points and collected 4 steals off the bench. He added to the Bulls' league-leading 41 steals so far this season. DeMar DeRozan, what up, DeMar? Who spent the first 9 years of his career in Toronto. He scored 11 of his 26 in the fourth quarter, including some key buckets down the stretch to stabilize the Bulls and quell a Raptors comeback. So combining those performances with 22 points from Zach LaVine, the Bulls are off to the hottest start in 25 years. The Bulls are winning now, but their upcoming schedule could provide a bit of a gauge of how competitive this team can be for that long haul. After victories over the Pistons twice, Pelicans, and Raptors, the next 6 games include the Knicks, the Jazz, Celtics, the Sixers twice, and the Nets. So that should provide a much stiffer test to kind of gauge themselves. The Bulls, they've started 4-0 4 times in their franchise's history. In I guess each time prior to this season, when they were 4-0, it was under Michael Jordan under that team. So very promising. A little bit of optimism out there. I know the people in Chicago want something to cheer for. The Chicago Bears suck. There's a bit of turbulence with their Blackhawks hockey team, excuse me. And then their recent exit, the White Sox, when the Astros beat them a few weeks prior. So they're doing good on the hard court. Uh, any thoughts, Ryan or you, Danny, on how these young upstart Bulls are looking out there in the
Yeah,
East? Dark
I
horse,
saw
maybe.
I saw the highlights. That's some solid playing. The ball Caruso alley oop that they did. Oh, they're putting on a show out there.
Lakers will fools for giving him up.
No
Yeah.
lie. No, I think that I think the Bulls are doing really good. They have a good solid team. It's a really well balanced team. You have your vets, you have your shooters, you have your like like Demar, where you can get like a really good mid range, maybe go in and get you some points. He's walking 20 points, maybe 25, and hit you 30. Outside of the Spurs system. Um, you have Zach Levine. Like Zach Levine is just athletic as hell. Like, I mean, that dude is like crazy. And so yeah, so he definitely. I think that the Chicago Bulls are really. It's gonna be. They're gonna be a very interesting team to watch. I don't think they're gonna be very good. Just in general, just like in the playoffs, I can see them maybe like do win one round, maybe go to the second. But we'll see as they kind of continue on. I still see Miami as a little bit better version of them.
Oh,
Um, just I feel like they're a little not because they're more household friendly, if you will, but only just because I feel like I would be able to trust, um, that team just a little bit more. I mean, they're playing pretty good, dude. They're playing lights out. They're shooting the ball very well. So I mean, I'm congrats for the Bulls and stuff like that. I hope they
yeah.
continue going. They might surprise some people, but we'll see. We'll see how that works out.
All right. I mean, they got a great cast of characters as of now, and all their acquired players from the different teams. They're meshing together real well. Excuse me. Um, but it's like whoever you beaten. Yeah, you're 4-0, but that was twice against the young Pistons, once against the Zion Williamless Pelicans, and then a Raptors team that's still trying to find themselves. So yes, they're gonna play a lot harder teams in this next 6 games alone. Knicks, Jazz, Celtics, Sixers, the Nets. That's going to be a true testament to how this new team will do. But yeah, I'll root for them. I'd like to see them at least make it to the postseason. Um, I mean, when Chicago's a very basketball-oriented city. I mean, don't get me wrong; they're a very loyal fan base for the Bears. It's just so many years of the legendary Bulls years, the Jordan and the Pippen era. They've been really thirsty for basketball to come back to that city. I thought D Rose was going to be their next big guy up. Didn't happen. So now they have high hopes for this new cast of characters, and they're looking good. Now another star out there who's looking good is Carmelo Anthony. What did he do? Well, Lakers Carmelo Anthony, he passed Moses Malone for ninth on all-time scoring list. Uh, let's see, he's currently in his 19th year or season. Said the best part about passing Malone for number 9 on the all-time scoring list, uh, and when they beat the Lakers, when the Lakers were able to have the 121-118 win over Memphis Grizzlies. This was past Sunday. Uh, in a career that he's managed to sustain over these past 2 decades. Uh, so Anthony, he came into the night needing 15 to leapfrog Malone's 27,409 career total. He got it going early. He scored 5 points in the first quarter, followed by another 5 in the second, before really finding more of a rhythm in the third. He hit back-to-back threes in a 48-second span, turning a 2-point deficit into a 2-point lead after a bit of a flurry with his wing triple with 3 and 20 seconds remaining in the quarter, lifting him past the 13-time All-Star in 2001 Hall of Fame inductee Malone. So, I mean, his legendary status, Carmelo, I've always liked Carmelo, not so much in his New York days. I liked him when he was a young, hungry athlete with the Nuggets, when they were in the Powder Blues. Uh, so it's good to see him like cemented in basketball history. Just a quick roundtable. Any thoughts on his milestone that he achieved on that scoring list?
I mean, honestly, that's kind of high. Like, I didn't. I didn't realize he was gonna be that. He's number 9 all time. That's pretty high, dude. Like I didn't
Yeah.
realize how much of a prolific scorer he was. Damn.
Hmm.
I mean, you could argue. I don't know. What do you think, Ryan? Like,
No,
you
I
could
mean, it's
argue,
on.
and specifically like around this part where like, he chased the money. He had it said it himself, right? He wanted about the money. Do you or would you? I guess like we really don't know, right? Unless we're like presented with like cash in front of us, right? But would you want, or would you want, or at one point would you not want money and just want to play for a championship? You personally?
I think at this point, like he doesn't even need the ring to get into the Hall of Fame. You know,
No.
he's
Yeah.
gotten
Yeah.
he's gotten this prestigious. Um, you know, I just had to look this up. 18 seasons playing
Yeah, dang,
in the
that's a
NBA.
lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's like yeah.
Dude,
it's not
that's like
the-
literally,
the
literally,
18 seed.
literally a life, like an
Yeah.
18-year-old.
Yeah. So you got
Hey.
kids that are
You know how many that is in dog years? Oh God.
Yeah, you got these new cats in the league who are, probably looked up to him growing up, so
Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
He
Yeah, so
played
having-
high school against LeBron. He came in the same year as LeBron.
Yeah, I'm Mello, bro.
He brought the Nuggets to some good runs out there.
he has a different style of play too. That's
He
what I
was-
like about.
He was like,
he's
I think,
speedy.
I feel like he was like a bigger and more prolific scorer AI, like Allen Iverson.
Oh,
you know,
I mean,
like-
AI is diehard AI fan.
Well,
here.
yeah, I mean, Allen Iverson. It's
Nice.
because, well, okay, let me dial it back. More the fact in the sense that he could take over games. You know how Allen Iverson, like, damn, like he just took over games. Like,
Yeah,
dang,
when,
where's this kid from? Like, god dang. And
Melo was young, man. If he got the ball, he's scoring. That's
Yeah.
what it was. He was the playmaker of the team. And now he gets on a team. He's the team leader. It's nice. He's definitely taking on father figure of the team. Mentor.
yeah, and then now, real quick on our chat, we have Lakers lose first round of playoffs this year.
I see it.
Buy it? Do you buy it? Do you buy it?
I'll buy it. I'll buy that.
Do you buy it, Art?
It could be a forlong possibility. I think there was a bit of a scuffle between Anthony Davis and Dwight Howard in a game they lost Friday.
Oh, I saw
What
that.
What was that about? What happened?
Dude,
I'm not sure what happened
Dude.
during the game, but they had to be separated a bit.
Yeah.
It was more
Dude.
verbal than anything.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna start getting to them if they start losing more games. Okay, cause dude, the egos there, bro. No, I mean,
They'll shift the blame to anybody but themselves. So no, I was where I need to be. What the hell were you, man? The
like
fast break is all you.
I'm a top 75. I'm good. Ah, you're like, god damn. Dwight Howard, what'd you say? What'd you say?
Yeah, you got a lot of high dollar players that are being in the shadow.
Oh yeah, that's
Uh,
funny.
That
That's
doesn't
hilarious,
bring
dude. That's
good
hilarious.
camaraderie for a team. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know. I don't know what type of locker room guy is, but he's obviously a super high energy guy. Stay Westbrook.
oh yeah.
So, I don't know. A lot of things happening there, but what do you what do you think, Art?
No, I mean, yeah, they're definitely trying to figure things out. They barely just had their first win after dropping their first two. Right now, they're in a not comfortable. I mean, they're behind right now against their Spurs, so that's good for that. Um, and they figure things out. I think LeBron, he is a little bit injured at the moment.
Yeah.
Nothing too serious. I just don't know. I really, I'm not a Laker fan, so I can't really give my opinion on what they can do to get better. As just like you said, maybe too many egos is starting to get to them. Emotions are running a little too high, too early in the season. These guys, they need to find some camaraderie. I don't know. But yes, definitely a very unfair advantage having so many all stars I mean, albeit some are past their prime, but they're all stars nonetheless. On one single team, it's still not fair. That's unheard of. It's unnatural.
We've seen it before though. Like you can't buy a championship, so
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I guess you can, or can't. I don't think you can. Um, but I was actually, I'm still worried, dude. Honestly, I don't even think the players or the Lakers get. I kind of agree that don't get past the first round. I don't
Preach,
even know.
Danny.
I don't even know what they're gonna do after though. Think about it, because they need to pay everyone. They're already paying everyone right now, and now they need to pay everyone again. I mean, they want to get as far as they can, but they won't even get a very high pick.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess the Lakers, they can move
It's probably
and stuff like
mid-season
that.
trade. It's gonna be
Yeah, so I don't know. I really
okay.
don't
So
know what their kind of like plan is. I guess they're trying to win out with pure talent. I don't think that works anymore. Not in the NBA. It's a young man's game. People are just more athletic, dude. They're just a
right.
lot more faster. Like they just are. You know?
And each season, there's a whole crop of new kids from college just waiting to replace anybody.
Yeah, like
Oh
G
yeah.
League, like these G League dudes, like for real though, like they're like super athletic, dude. Like they're not like your high school kids on AAU. No, like they're like legitimate players. They just don't have a league to play. That's why they play in G League and they end up going up and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, um, yeah. So we'll see how that kind of turns out. Anything else, Art?
Uh, Lakers, we're just gonna have to see how it goes. Right, hopefully they lose against the Spurs. So it's still close game right now. But that's a good transition to what's been going on with our Spurs. Well, uh, they had a recent game against the defending champion Bucks when they came into town on Saturday night. We didn't get to go to the game, but we did see some of it. What happened? Well, Chris Middleton scored 28 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo added 21, and the Milwaukee Bucks were able to hold on and beat the Spurs 121 to 111 Saturday. So coming off of a 137-95 loss in Miami on Thursday, the Bucks were able to stave off a series of rallies from the young Spurs. Spurs own Doug McDermott. He had a career high 7 3-pointers and scored 25 points. Keldon Johnson added 20 for San Antonio, though the Spurs have lost two straight, including a 102-96 defeat when they faced Denver this past Friday night after a season opening victory at home over Orlando. Did I say it right? Orlando. There
There
you
you
go.
go.
I don't know. I had like a brain fart or whatever. Orlando. This Astros game got me all discombobulated. San Antonio struggled from long distance though for a second straight game, shooting 10 of 39, about 25.6% beyond the arc. The Bucks they won on a bit of 11-2 run after the Spurs were able to pull within 91 to 90 on Devin Vassell, excuse me, 11-foot jumper. 2 minutes into the final quarter, San Antonio committed a turnover. They were charged with a clear path foul. It was bullshit. It was a lot closer than most people would have thought, especially against the defending champs. I'm more than certain our home crowd gave it all they had. They were drunk and belligerent, but they were cheering our boys. Um, let's see, any thoughts, y'all, on the Spurs where they're currently at? I know they lost to the Bucks. They could maybe pull out a victory tonight against the Lakers. Uh, Daniel, you big Spurs buff. Any comments?
I mean, I think that again, it's just not our year. Just don't get too excited. I think it's a good thing though that we do beat. I think it's specifically and especially important that we beat the big teams, specifically the big market teams. Why? Because it's the nerves, dude. There are very very young players. There's not a lot of veteran leadership in the Spurs right now. There is a lot of talents and a lot of like kind of leadership potential with Keldon. You have DJ. Murray trying to doing his thing.
I think
Um,
Lonnie Walker expressed that he doesn't want to be traded. He wants to continue to be a Spur,
yeah.
which is good. There's some speculation about him.
Yeah, exactly. So, we're definitely gonna try to figure out, or find out, kind of how, um, the Spurs start developing their players, who's gonna stay around, who's what, who does what. It looks like they're gonna play team ball, which is fine. It's just team ball. It's kind of more, a little bit more, and there's no clear guy, which is good. I think Keldon is gonna be like your 25 plus guy now. I think he's capable of. I think he's capable of averaging minimum 20. I think he can average 20. I don't think he average 25. That's a little bit too much. But I think if he could give us like 20, he can give us 21. Like 21? That's really good, dude. Give me 21. Ponle like 6 rebounds. Give me 4, 5, but give me 6. 6 is good. Average 6, and you'll be fine. Um, I think that the Spurs are, this, like I said, this year is gonna be a developing year as they go into next year. Hopefully they'll get a good lottery pick, get a good pick, and focus on getting a good wing. Cause we have like good regards, we have a couple good post guys, like big guys. But we need a good wing, and we have a Vassal, which is good. But he's still really really young. I would like to get someone. Obviously we're still gonna get a star, but I won't want maybe like some like a star to develop with them. If not, obviously just get a big athletic big. I don't think those fit. I think the Spurs would love to do that because it's pop, but that's that. So, what do you think, Ryan? I don't know if you.
I
Yeah,
haven't really been
Ryan,
haven't
do you even
really
follow
been
the Spurs,
following
Ryan?
the Spurs. No, I have not.
Who does your allegiance hold?
Oh man, when it comes to basketball, don't really have any.
That's
Um,
okay.
That's okay.
I,
That's
like I
okay.
said, I'm not a huge. I don't really follow basketball much, so I don't want to just kind of talk out of my ass on this. But
It's all right,
uh,
man.
I will say, like, the Spurs haven't been the team that everybody was hoping for. Um, I've everything now as far as what I see in basketball, everything's been focused on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Of course the Lakers are good, but um, what I have been seeing a lot. Sorry to completely derail the subject,
No,
but
no, no. Go for it. Go for
Go
it.
for it. Go
the
for it.
whole Ben Simmons drama that's been going on.
But yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
What do you
we've
think
been.
of that? So we've been kind of talking about it. We haven't had like I guess a third voice on it. So just our audience, again, just welcome to Mezzo Forte Sports. We're over here talking, talk around the court, some basketball talk, NBA headlines. We're actually here with Ryan today. So, in this case, real quick, just kind of talking again, about the Ben Simmons. We've been talking about it kind of all week, a couple of weeks now. Just a good way to get, like I said, a third voice. What do you think, bro? Like, uh, let me ask you this question: at what point do you think it's like you have to have someone tell you, be like, dude, like, stop? Like, how far do you take this? If you're Ben Simmons, and for what? Like, what does that really gain you?
Right. Well, I mean, the Sixers kind of said it for everybody today or yesterday. They stopped finding him. Um,
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh, dang.
So he's, I guess now they've declared it more of like personal reasons that he's not joining the team. So they stopped finding him, whatever the crazy amount of money that they're finding him. Um, but this kind of this kind of goes into this like whole slippery slope thing that how all these basketball players are just kind of overrunning the actual franchises, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to play, so I'm not going to do it. Oh, I don't want to do this. Trade me here. Like in my opinion, yeah, okay. You have a saying. You live in America. You should be happy with what you do, whatever. But at the same time, when it comes to pro athletes, you got to be professional, man. Like
Yeah.
when I don't really, as far as the whole Ben Simmons, how it all started, um, wasn't always that clear to me. I thought it was kind of, why are you making such a big deal? But
Yeah, I mean,
they,
so what started? What do you know? Let me ask you this, like what is it that you do know, just so we can
so from
uh,
what
so like also so we can educate the audience too that actually doesn't know either.
just like from what I know, it's he was he kind of treated as a
Like outsider.
yeah, like he was like, I'm not being treated fairly. I don't want to be a part of this. Uh, but I'm not exactly sure how that came about.
All right, you wanna go for it?
Um, let me see. Excuse me. So, think what you're trying to say is they wanted him to be more like the second fiddle to Joel Embiid. You know, you're that second star. You're the guy. We need you for like those clutch moments at the end of the games, and maybe leaning on him. Maybe he felt there was too much pressure, or you think maybe he wanted the role. I don't know, but I know a big pivotal moment was during the series they had with the Nets. I think they were maybe just a few minutes left in the fourth quarter, and Ben Simmons had the ball. He could have done an easy dunk to tie the game. He was well within range to get a good look at the rim, and he just passed up the ball. Very pivotal moment. They end up losing that series. A lot of people think maybe that was maybe the first straw or the final straw. I don't know. Like this guy, he's I don't know. He's not got that right mentality.
Right.
Um, I don't know did he miss a lot of free throws as well, or just maybe his whole shot percentage just went down to the when it was the postseason. I don't know. Either way, something maybe he had the like what we call in baseball the yips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
So it's like so, and yeah, and more than anything, what happened was during the playoffs, there was a couple players where like he didn't shoot the ball. So what happens? It's like it sucks, dude. Like kind of catch 22 for him, cause like he can't shoot the ball, right?
Mhm.
But he can't shoot free throws. So the only thing he can do is defend and block. Maybe go in inside the basket because he's big enough, right? But if he goes inside
Right.
the basket, he gets fouled. What does he shoot? Free throws. He needs that good at them. So it's like why do I need you then? You know? And
Yeah.
not to be like that, but like, dude, you have to shoot, dude. You just have to shoot. Like, I'm sorry. You just do. Like,
Yeah, I
maybe
feel
it's
like
not your game or whatever, but I mean, we're paying you a whole bunch of money, man. You know? Like he's doing it. He's doing it too. That other dude también. And we're not paying them as much, so, why are we doing this? So he's like, oh no, and I mean, I guess I feel like he did go a little diva, and it's like, oh, I'm just here so I get paid, type of stuff. Yeah, dude.
or
yeah,
maybe he turned his back on the world before the world had a chance to turn their back on him.
kind of. Yeah,
Maybe.
I feel it was more like he didn't
Yeah,
want to play
diva. He went
second
diva.
fiddle, right?
Yeah,
Like you don't want to play second fiddle to. I mean, I guess in his mind, Joel Embiid, who my mind should have been an MVP. Um,
Yes, he's the
yeah,
Batman.
yeah,
Simmons always was
yeah,
supposed to be the Robin. He didn't
yeah,
want it.
right.
He's trying to go Nightwing on everybody and leave.
Good
Um,
comparison. I like that.
but I mean, you're Nightwing, but you're afraid of heights. So like,
Right,
you can you're just on the ground now.
right. Now I do think that his fines were pretty outrageous. Um, over $1 million fined for missing his practices and like what, one game, 2 games?